good times. Tell me that the world's been spinning since the beginning, and everything will be alright. Cover me in sunshine. Shower me with good times.
Salo Palava. That's all I know. Good morning. Happy Friday. Just sharing the link. You know me. It's been a long minute. It's like 2 weeks in between every time I get to jump on here. Not complaining though. Or was it last Friday that we were last having a banter session? Who's on? Let me know who's on. I love the song.
What if there's a better place? Cover me in sunshine. Shower me with good times. Tell me that the world's been spinning since the beginning, and everything will be alright.
Pull up with your morning coffee. Bring the good vibes. Glad we made it to the end of the week. Morning, Karina. Morning, Simon. Mr. J. It's been awesome doing night classes with you, bro. Been enjoying them. Okay, better turn this off. Some subtle music in the background, eh? La, la, la. No, better not. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, just been vibing Pink at the moment. She's like made a comeback. Any Pink fans? She was a low-key. She slid under the radar because she was like against like Christina Aguilera, the Britney Spears. Who else was she against? But she had like the badass. I reckon she's like the white version of Rihanna a little bit. Yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. Morena sister, Sita. Happy Friday. Yeah, we made it. Hope everyone has had a good week. Let's start off this morning's banter session with our daily gratitudes. What are we grateful for? What are we grateful for this week? Today, you know me, always counting my blessings. And, you know, honestly, I'm grateful that it's winter. Now that we're getting cold, it's like now we can get snug and warm and have some hearty like soups. What do we crave in winter? What does everyone crave in winter? Yeah, like I love a good hearty like beef stew. You know, when I was a kid, I used to frown my nose up at my mum because she would make a stew and I'd be like, ooh, that's like please forgive me, poor man's food. But honestly, as an adult now, I'm like, I crave that straight up. Love a good stew. It sounds real hoary when you actually. Do you like a good stew? Do you like? Yeah, like, or like a veggie stew? Ramen, yes, Karina. Like, honestly, Mercury Plaza needs to come back. Mr. What's his name again? What's the bro's name? Tony. Uncle Tony. If you hadn't been to Mercury Plaza off K Road, man, I reminisce about that soup. And I probably will moan about it this winter because I'll be like, that's what I crave. But yes, love me a good ramen winter soup. But also grateful that, because I think in the winter time, it's like the time where, like how I see the concept of it is like when we do all the mahi and it's like for me, it's like I'm grinding out and it's when everything, it's like the hibernation time to get shit done. That's what I'm going to call it. The hibernation time to get shit done. That's what I feel like winter is. And I think it's going to, and what it does is it sets you up for an awesome, or in my mind, it's going to set me up for an awesome summer because all the hard work is going to be done in winter. Well, that's what they're saying. Because like, for some reason, I set myself up for junk-free June and all I want is a bloody fillet of fish. Straight up. I got my monthly 2 days ago and I was like, I just want a packet of M&Ms. So yeah, like fuck. that's been my week this week so far is getting that. And actually I'm going to segue into that is getting my monthly and the Lunette cup and the Awa underwear. If there's any brothers online and you don't want to listen, don't. or if you've got daughters, listen, because I'm going to do a live review now of what this is. And honestly, absolute game changer. Whoever's listening now, or anyone that's going to be listening, if you have shares or investments, I would be investing in the menstrual, what did I say? Sanitary, eh? The sanitary game is about to change. Like, I only have heard horror stories about menstrual cups, so I'm going to go straight into it. So if you don't want to listen, it can get a bit gory, then have a good Friday, and I will see you in class, or I'll see you around, but I'm going to go into it. But yeah, so the menstrual cup, the Lunette cup, is the one that I've got recommended from my sisters. So, and I'm like, now that I've used it, I'm blown away that this, like, why did we not do this sooner? And so the Lunette cup and the Awa underwear. So if you're all my sisters out there, ladies, daughters, you know, look into it, because it's actually, it's legit, and it's self, like, it's a self-sustainable, the word? No, it's sustainable, right? No, it's, you're saving the planet. That's what you're doing. Yeah, it's sustainability, because and responsibility, so many abilities, but you know what I mean? Self-sustainability, responsibility, sustainability, all the abilities. But no, going back to the actual point of what I was talking about. Lunette cup. I've only heard people say bad things about their experience with it. But what pinged light bulb moment that went off in my head as this process is going on is that, sorry, pause. Jay came through. Environmental friendly. That's the right word. Thank you, Jay. Needed that. No, so going back into it, it really, everyone says it's like horrible and you shouldn't have foreign things up there. But we've been doing that for how long? Anyway, so, but this time around, it's like something that you can use over and over and over again. And the part that gets me, the part that, like, I'm like, is that it's only as uncomfortable as you make it, because in my mind, and this is my message anyway, my message is that, like, if us women should be able to get to, like, we should be able to feel around our body and be okay about feeling it, and, you know, that we bleed out of it every month, because that's just what it is to be a woman. Like, sometimes I am really privileged to be able to do that, because it's quite a spiritual thing, getting, or being a woman in itself, but having your period, because every month you have to pass something out. Like, what goes in must come out. Like, it's just one of those processes that you have to go through, right? And sometimes it's horrible, and sometimes it's just normal, or whatever. Everyone has it differently, but in my mind, in my opinion, it's become a real, it's almost like I'm feeling, I'm getting in touch with my more feminine side, being able to feel a little bit uncomfortable. That's pretty much what I'm kind of trying to say, is that, like, the fact that I could go all day and I didn't have to change, was the part that I was like, are you kidding? Like, this is a game changer. I went to work yesterday. I was on a construction site yesterday. Went number ones as per, and didn't have to change, because I know it's not full yet. Get home that night, empty the cup, and it's only like, it's mind blowing. Like, that what happens, and that we haven't done it before. Like, we haven't, the evolution of it, of the woman's menstrual cycle is, and the things that are used for it are going to be, like, we're in a time where it's part of the change. Like, whoever created tampons and pads that long ago, yeah, awesome. They were a game changer then. But now, in this time, they're a game changer. And, like, for me to tell my nieces and the woman that I care about, for them to get in touch with their body is being okay about poking and prodding. That might sound gross, I'm sorry, but it's like it is feeling around and being like, okay, this is a little bit weird, but it's okay because it's my body. You know, like that's the part that I want to normalize, is that we should be able to embrace that, and as well as being environmentally friendly. So the Lunette cup has been an absolute game changer, even to my cramps and stuff. Like, I'm going to go quite detailed now, so just a heads up if you want to mute me or whatever. The cup, it felt like there was nothing. It felt like I couldn't feel the tampon, or I couldn't feel like it's like, you know, it's there, but it's not, and it's actually really buzzy how it disappears almost. Whereas when I used tampons or pads before, you could feel everything. Like you could feel the cramps, and then you could almost feel it all like come out. You know, ladies, you know what I mean. Yeah, so absolute game changer. And then the Awa undies, the Awa underwear, New Zealand company. I think they're both New Zealand companies as well. So cheer to that. But the Awa underwear is reusable, like undies, so you can like bleed out. Again, us as women, we should be being able to let that flow. Like, we should be able to be okay with just letting it out instead of putting. The difference between a tampon and a cup is that the cup doesn't have the toxins in it like the tampon, if that makes sense. The tampon then just absorbs it and soaks up. The cup like draws everything out of your uterus, which is, again, mind blowing. So our underwear, let it flow, recommended. The Lunette cup, honestly, I'm going to be preaching about it every month. I was like excited. Well, not really excited. I knew my hormones were out when I was about to get my period, and I was like, fuck. You know, like the emotions last week, I was like shitty, and it was getting shorter and shorter and shorter. But then I was like, I'm stoked because I get to use my cup. And I did it. And whilst I was at work, and I was like, wow, like, and then I didn't have to go. It wasn't until I got home that I was like, oh yeah, okay, sweet. And here we are. Like, I can't get over that. You know, like usually in a workplace as well. I've always worked in like physical workplaces. So, you know, always conscious, never leaked. I'm like, I am buzzed out. And yes, this kōrero needs to be spoken about more. Teaming up with Awa was the best thing we did for our younger rangatahi, educating whānau about the pros of on you. Exactly, Sita. Like, I can't believe that this has only just been invented or like just been created. And actually, and it is for our rangatahi because they're the, you know, we're all on this, let's save the planet. And apparently, like, you know, one person's sanitary, like in their lifetime, I could think it like wraps around the world or something. Like, the stats are crazy. And the confidence for youngins taking it away, that stigma, and more hygienic. I honestly think it's more hygienic that it's, yeah, like it's not like I don't have to go to the toilet every time and change, which I think sometimes becomes unhygienic. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know if, you know, you don't change your pad every time if it's not full, if you just need to go to the toilet. That might be gross. I don't know, but everyone has their own, and I just want to speak out that it's environmentally friendly. It's actually better for your body, like letting it flow. But yeah, this isn't like sponsored or an ad, or this is like straight up me. The sister's telling me what the product was, actually going and buying it and actually getting an awesome review of it. It's like when you go to 808, you're like, gonna go to 808, try it out. It's amazing. No jokes. But it is though. And then you're like, wow, mind blowing. Can't stop talking about it. That's me. That's this guy over here. But yeah, so that's my 20-minute spiel on the menstrual cup, but definite game changer. I don't know much about shares or anything, but buy me a bottle of whiskey if I'm right. Telling you now, straight up. And if they're New Zealand companies, even better. I'm going to look into it, actually. I'm going to look into it because I reckon, again, this time, if you're not looking at the evolution of things, if you're not looking at the evolution of the next, I don't know, like look how many phones they make. Look at, like, you've got a walking computer in your hand every day, you know, like the evolution is always there. And right now in sanitary and menstrual cups and period undies and like, you know, all of that stuff, it's like if you take that back like 50 years ago when they were using like the reusable, you know, they would have had cloth pads and that. They've just used the same concept but just made it even better like now. So it's actually really awesome to be a part of it. And I think it will be awesome for like when athletes, oh my God, trained in it as well. Game changer to training with a cup in as well. I didn't even mention that. Absolute, like didn't even feel it almost like felt more safe than I did when I used like sanitary products. But with the cup in, it's like, yeah, let's get it done. I've almost got like no excuse to be like, oh, I've got my period. But training in it's awesome. Kelly, you've been using yours for years. Yes, best thing. And I wonder how much money we'll all save, you know, on it, because I'm surprised that it's not free. It's not free for women. There's no, they were trying to get a tax on it or something, but I don't think there was, right? But yeah. Oh, that coffee's good. But yeah, learn something new every day with it is in my house. Honestly, bro, take my hat off straight up. And your daughters, honestly, you should get them. You should, if they're not already on go check it out, our underwear or Lunette. There's so many menstrual cups, but I was only recommended. And again, you're so well. When someone recommends that exact thing, I'm gonna do that exact. I'm not gonna go to the one that's like next best in line. So Lunette cup was awesome. So if your daughters, get them on it, bro. But yeah, happy Friday, Bants. Sorry, you've been listening to me wind on a little about that. It's a long weekend. Yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop. Queen's birthday weekend. I think it's the last long weekend before Labour weekend. And so on that note, has everyone seen the 808 birthday party invite, all of that stuff? I think Channel, sis, you holding it down with all the posts and that, and I think they're sorting out all the extra rides for the people that didn't make the bus. I think Chief sent out an email for the team thing for during the day. So if you haven't seen that, check your inbox. If not, then I'm sure it will be on the private Facebook page. So you should definitely get amongst that. It's the 26th of June, the birthday. So that's going to be exciting. Can't wait for that. Did anyone watch Tory and Pro last weekend? I think it's like the most CrossFit that I've watched in like 3 days, binge watched. And I'm quite happy with it too. Like guilty pleasure all day, every day is just watching CrossFit. Like, not going to lie. Anyone else like that? I bet you like watching golf? Nah, but CrossFit all day. There was actually, shout out to 6'4", unreal, like to get 3 teams and then all the athletes as well. Incredible. Like New Zealand is on the come up and I'm excited for it. Like came in here on Monday and I was like, yeah, athlete. Then I was like, athlete, my back. Nah, actually. No, so if you haven't watched Tory and Pro and you want to know what Tory and Pro is, just jump on the old YouTube. Yeah, and that was the comp that Kenny went over. So shout out, Kenny. Good work over there. Hope you had an awesome time. Actually, can't wait to catch up and hear about it. But yeah, it was an awesome weekend to see what talent's out there. Definitely a goal next year to get there to go watch Torian will be epic. But to have one of, you reckon you'll be in there next year, Kendall? I reckon you have a good nudge. Give it a good nudge. But no, it'll be awesome just to be in that vibe. But yeah, so I think the CrossFit season's starting to kick on. Because I think the national qualifiers are soon. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of, I think Bonnie and Clyde is soon. But yeah, what do you got planned for the long weekend? What's everyone up to? Training tomorrow. I just want to say a big shout out to Levi, the bro coach. So awesome last night. Learned so much in the lift class. Been enjoying doing the night classes. They've been really, especially when your routine's morning class. It's so awesome because you hit your day out, you hit a workout, set you up for the rest of the day. And because when I crashed my car and transitioned into like full-time, like, going hard on the tools at work, it was like I couldn't find the rhythm of where I was training. And then so it was just like, slow down, make time, pack your bag, and you can do night class. And so just doing the night classes has been a good switch up, good vibe, everyone coming in. But no, I just want to make a big shout out to Levi. He coached an awesome class last night. The split jerk is so technical. But yeah, he broke it down really well for us, and yeah, highly recommend that. Even did that workout with my cupping, and it was all good. Too much info? Sorry. Struggling. I'm gonna be honest though, struggling with drunk free June a little. Like, I know, 4 days in. It was like TR sitting down there. She's like, we should do junk free June. And I was like, challenge accepted. Why did I do this? So I'm just staying away from like buying takeaways. I think I'm only just voicing this so then, and like chocolate. That's going to be my junk free June rules. There's no like Macca's, no KFC, no choc bars, no M&Ms. But yeah, craving though. But actually, it's hopefully going to set some good habits and, set us up. I look like a snack by the end of June. Jokes. Yes. Split jerks with the old cup. Get it. You know it. Morning. Good morning. Oh my God. I heard your voice. Yeah. You just missed my whole like Lunette cup spiel. Sorry, Nah, I'm kidding. Channel just got here. But anyways, what's everyone up to for the long weekend? I already asked, but no one wants to let me know what they're up to for the weekend. Sweet as, all good. No, all good, sweet as. But yes, no. Happy days, grateful as. Big shout out to Big Bro. He's away in Topol with his little family. And I was like, yeah, bloody A. You bloody piss off and go have a good weekend. No, we're holding it down here, bro. The brothers are holding it down, so you don't need to worry about that. You have a good time in Topol with your mates and your nephew and the kids. But yeah, Saturday class going down tomorrow. Long weekend. Oh, excited. Yes. And Matariki's coming up as well. Also, Pride Month. So if we're going to do a workout, I'm going to bring my rainbow flag in so we can all represent. You know what I mean? But yes, so Pride Month. I forgot to explain. Sorry, I've been jumping subjects and changing and chopping and changing. But so yeah, in the middle of Junk Free June, the Pride Month sweat sesh. That's what we signed up for. Sweat with Pride. So that's also the motivation behind training and getting in there and sweating with pride. Yeah, sweating with, we all represent. It's kind of lame that Pride Month is only a month. It's a marketing scheme, but hey, we all good with that. Let's fucking embrace it. But yeah, so shout out to the rainbow community. And if you're anti the rainbow community, then go and tell your mum, because she probably isn't like the rainbow community either, but you can both moan in the corner. I don't know where that came from, but someone please pick a number and I'll wrap us up for a banter session this morning. It's been really nice. Let's go. Someone pick a number between 150 and 250. Go on. I'm not too sure who's on. I can't actually see. But yeah, pick a number between 150 and 250. Really, really, this morning's been so good. 167, Mr. J. Curtis. Let's go. What do we got? We've done that one. Actually, let's go 168. Ooh. Let's go 168 just to the next one, eh? Quote of the day. Some people are so afraid to die that they never begin to live. So we need to start living. That's what we need to do. That's quote of the day. Some people are so afraid to die that they never begin to live. So start living. That's where it is. That's where it is. Thank you for joining me this morning. And on my big ramble about menstrual cup and all of that. Hopefully it was informative. Hopefully we are back to some regular banter session soon. Gonna try to do some night ones so we can, have a cuppa and a bicky to, wrap up the night. And yeah, but we'll see how that goes. But anyways, stay safe. Count your blessings. There's a little bit of sunshine. Go bask in that sun. But yeah, sending love always. Peace out. Have a good weekend.